what makes it particularly mad is that would work quite well if the outside world was fixed. If it was always predictable and fixed, if demand and supply were always dependable and in an organised way, you could arrange your organisation in a very intricately balanced.
In theory, if you were clever
like
enough.
like a Jenga tower, you could take all the bricks that you don't need, and you'd have this beautifully minimalist structure that had the lowest possible cost. And as long as nobody...
And then there's a slight breeze.
Yeah, and but if you could hold back the perturbations from the outside world, that would work. The challenge for organisations, just like ecosystems, is the world around them is constantly moving, pushing and pulling all the time in different directions. And having devolving responsibility means that each individual can react to changes.
And each individual starts to,
circumstances.
like your DNA, understand the whole.
Yeah.
They look like football players.
Well, things are much more robust if all the DNA is in every single part.
Very much so.
Because, I could chop off a finger or whatever, and the rest of me would still be fine because it still knows everything it needs to know.
So I would argue human beings in businesses, the good ones, are doing that anyway. Despite the system trying to tear them apart, they know in their heart of hearts they've got to know what's happening.
So in the olden days, apprentices used to go through all the different departments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that at Westlands years ago.
There you go.
Learned a bit of every department.
That's right.
Hated most of them, but at least had knowledge of how they all work.
Very important.
Which was really useful to have later.
Yeah. It allowed you to have some perspective.
And now we don't have that luxury and people don't get trained in that.
They just come in to do that one job.